There are no accidents in the quantum field. Not when it comes to energy, not when it comes to timing, and certainly not when it comes to this moment. If this video found you, it's because your frequency crossed the threshold. Something inside you, quiet, subtle, powerful, finally reached resonance with the invisible field of abundance. And just like a radio dial that clicks into the exact station, you have entered alignment with what you've been calling in. The universe doesn't scream when it answers. It whispers. It sends a signal. And only those attuned will feel it. You didn't come across this message because of a search. You came because your soul broadcasted a new signal, a refined vibration, a sacred readiness. And now, the field is responding. Not in the future, not someday, but now. There's a moment, and it's this one, when the shift becomes real. Not loud, but irreversible. Not dramatic, but magnetic. You might have noticed strange little signs lately. Repeating numbers, vivid dreams, a quiet knowing, or even a soft feeling that something is about to begin. Those are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The energy around you is changing because the energy within you already has. You're not waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle unfolding in motion. This message right now is not teaching you how to attract wealth. It's reflecting back to you what you've already called in. The abundance you seek is not a prize. It's a match. And the moment you cross the vibrational threshold, the universe said, yes. So breathe, settle, receive. Because what you've asked for is not arriving. It's being delivered, silently, softly, through this very moment. You weren't meant to watch just a piece of this message. You were meant to receive it in full. Every word, every pause, every vibration is tuned to the exact energy you're now aligned with. This isn't content. It's a transmission. A code designed to echo through your energy field, not just to inspire you, but to remind you of what you already carry. If you feel even a flicker of truth in your chest, a subtle pull in your spirit, that's the frequency of wealth calling you home. Because wealth doesn't knock at your door with noise. It whispers when the room is quiet enough. It reveals itself only to those willing to listen. This is not about effort. This is not about grinding or forcing or striving. You've done enough of that. This is about recognizing, about remembering, about relaxing into the knowing that something sacred has already begun. And all you need to do is remain present to receive it. That's why you're being asked to stay. Not for me, but for you. For the version of you that is finally arriving into form. Stay with this message until the very end, because hidden inside it is a signal, one that can only be unlocked through full resonance. It's not the words that unlock it. It's your presence. Every moment you spend here is a moment spent in higher alignment. The longer you stay, the more the energy settles into your field. The more it becomes real, tangible, magnetic. So don't rush. Don't skip. Let the words wash through you like a current from beyond. Because somewhere in the next few minutes, a shift will happen. You won't force it. You won't even notice it at first. But it will land. And once it does, abundance will begin to move in your direction. You came here with a quiet request in your heart, a desire, maybe even a prayer, for change, for clarity, for breakthrough. And this is how the universe responds, not with fireworks, but with a frequency. This frequency. So lean in. Let this be your agreement. Stay. Receive. Let your energy remember the wealth that was always yours. Because once this message finishes, you won't be the same. And the world around you will begin to reflect the shift that already occurred within. Everything in this universe, every tree, every sound, every dream, is made of vibration. Not metaphorically, literally. Science has already proven what mystics always knew. Atoms are not solid. They're energy. And so are you. Your thoughts? Vibration. Your emotions? Vibration. Even your beliefs, silent, hidden, radiate like a signal tower into the quantum field. And the universe is not ignoring that signal. It's responding. Exactly. Precisely. Faithfully. That's why manifestation doesn't begin with doing. It begins with tuning. Because you do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. Think of it like this. The wealth you're calling in already exists, in a field just beyond your current awareness. Not in another place, but in another frequency. Like a song that's playing on another station. It's already there. But you must become silent and precise enough to tune into it. That's what's happening now. Your frequency is shifting. Your field is vibrating closer and closer to the energy of prosperity, not because of luck, but because you're finally letting go of the interference, the doubt, the fear, the noise. When those fall away, what's left is your natural state, a frequency of clarity, worthiness, and receiving. And wealth, true wealth, doesn't come to the loudest person in the room. It comes to the person whose energy is pure enough to match it. That's why this video found you now, because your field has shifted. And now, the station is starting to come through. At first, the sound is faint, like static, a sense, a pull, a whisper. But with each second you spend in alignment, that signal becomes louder. The universe begins to rearrange the material world around you. Resources, people, ideas, they start appearing not out of nowhere, but out of resonance. This is how the quantum world works. It's not linear, it's vibrational. And you, right now, are in a sacred moment of alignment. You don't need to push harder. You only need to continue allowing, because what's coming is already on its way. There is a moment, a breath, where everything can shift, not because you force a change, but because you allow it to rise from deep within. Right now, wherever you are, gently return to yourself. Let the outside world blur for a few minutes. Let the noise fall behind the veil. You are not here to solve anything. You are here to become aware. Aware of the subtle harmony that's been waiting for your stillness. Close your eyes if you wish. Breathe in slowly and out gently. No need to count. No need to control. Just feel. Feel the breath not only entering your lungs, but softening your field, calming your edges, clearing your frequency. With each breath, you're not just oxygenating your body, you're tuning your soul. You're aligning with the original signal you were created from. That signal is abundance, not lack, not fear, not doubt. Breathe in again. Feel how the air fills you with presence. Feel how the exhale lets go of anything too heavy to carry. This is the space where manifestation becomes magnetic, not in anxiety, not in need, but in quiet, receptive knowing. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where the universe needs you to be, for the next opening to appear. Stillness is not the absence of movement. It is the presence of total trust. In this stillness, the energy around you begins to recognize you. It sees you, not as a list of goals or needs, but as a pure, pulsing frequency ready to receive. Let that truth settle in. You are not preparing for abundance. You are abundance now. And everything outside is slowly catching up. Let this space hold you. Let this moment expand within you. Because in this soft stillness, you are no longer chasing wealth. You are matching it, not with effort, but with presence. And when that match becomes real, the universe cannot help but respond. Now that you've entered the stillness, now that your breath, your body, and your energy are aligned, you are ready to receive what most people never slow down enough to hear. The universe doesn't deliver wealth as a reward for doing more. It responds to the quiet inner shift, the one you just made. Here is the truth. When your frequency crosses the threshold, you no longer have to ask. You begin to remember. Remember what? That wealth is your birthright. That abundance was never outside you. It was always waiting for you to be still enough to remember who you are. So here is the code, but not a code in words or symbols. This is a state, a gentle knowing, a quiet decision. You don't chase. You don't plead. You simply acknowledge. I am now vibrating at the frequency of wealth. That's it. It's not something you try. It's something you recognize. It may feel subtle, like a calm confidence, a sense that something is already shifting even if your eyes can't see it yet. That's the point. You feel it before you see it, because feeling is the language of frequency. Here's the teaching. Do not look for confirmation in the world. Look for consistency in your vibration. Hold this feeling, this inner abundance, not with tension but with softness. Let it live in your breath, your choices, your thoughts. Let it color the way you speak to others, and the way you speak to yourself. There is no need to be perfect, only present. Abundance is not impatient. It doesn't need you to rush. It only needs you to remain. So here's the activation phrase, not magic, but a reminder of what's already true. Wealth flows to me because I am ready to hold it in peace. Say it softly now, inside your heart if you must. Feel the truth in it, not because it forces the universe, but because it opens you. And once you are open, Once you are truly aligned with this quiet state, wealth begins its journey toward you. Silently, surely, without effort. This is not a ritual to repeat every morning. It is a remembrance to carry in your being. Because the more you live in this vibration, the more you realize, wealth isn't coming. It's arriving. Now that your energy is aligned and your awareness is awake, it's time to speak the vibration of wealth. Not to command it, but to harmonize with it. Each word you say now is not just a sound, it's a signal. It tells the universe, I remember, I am aligned, I am ready. Let's begin slowly. You can repeat these phrases softly, or simply receive them in stillness. Let them pass through your body like tuning forks, adjusting your inner field to the frequency that already matches abundance. I am already connected to infinite wealth. Let that settle in. Feel how the vibration doesn't come from hope, but from memory. Wealth recognizes my energy now, not because of what you've done, but because of who you've become. I release all resistance and allow abundance to flow, not with force, but with a gentle yes. Every breath I take draws prosperity closer, not because breath is magic, but because breath is presence. I trust the timing of the universe. Say it again, and notice how your body relaxes, because trust is the gateway. I am safe to receive more than ever before. Feel the edges of fear soften. Feel the old stories begin to dissolve. I no longer chase, I attract, because chasing comes from lack, but attraction flows from inner wholeness. I am already in the field of wealth. You are not preparing. You are already there. This is your vibrational home now. Each phrase you speak adds depth to the field around you. Not louder, but deeper. Not brighter, but steadier. Let your energy hold this. Let your mind rest in this. Let your heart lead from this. You are not calling wealth from across a great distance. You are simply allowing it to recognize your frequency. And that frequency says, I am ready. I am in harmony. I am abundance. There's nothing more to prove, nothing more to do, only to remember and remain. Stay with these vibrations. Let them echo through you like soft thunder. Even in silence, they continue speaking. Even in stillness, they continue calling. Because your frequency has spoken, and the universe is already answering. Now the shift is complete, not because you forced it, but because you finally remembered. There is a moment in the manifestation journey when something deep within you awakens, not as a spark but as a recognition. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it's irreversible. You've crossed that moment. From this point forward, abundance is no longer something outside of you. It's not a distant goal. It's not a reward for being spiritual or working harder. It is your natural extension. Wealth is already on its way, not because you pushed, but because you aligned. Your frequency has sent a signature through the fabric of the quantum field. It doesn't beg, it doesn't plead, it simply resonates, and that resonance is being heard. Right now, even as you sit in stillness, there are subtle movements around you, unseen rearrangements, divine orchestration, shifts happening in conversations, decisions, and opportunities you don't even know about yet, but they know about you, because your energy has spoken, and energy never lies. This is your spiritual declaration. You are no longer separate from the flow of abundance. You are part of it. You are the signal. You are the source. You don't have to run anymore. You don't have to chase. You only have to remain in tune. And when doubt whispers, as it always will, you return to this stillness, and you remember again. From this point on, speak and act as someone who knows they are already aligned, not as a performance, but as a reflection of truth. Let your choices carry the vibration of wealth. Let your words match the calm of someone who trusts. Let your presence be the proof, because now you are no longer becoming. You are. The universe is not preparing to bless you. It already is. The signal was received. The field is responding. Abundance is now in motion. And so, without effort, without pressure, you declare, it is done. I am receiving. The flow has begun. Let that be your silent prayer. Let that be your daily breath. Let that be your truth. Because this is not the beginning. This is the confirmation. You are already vibrating in the field of wealth, and it will never forget your name. If this message found you today, it was not an accident. It arrived because your vibration called for it. Softly, silently, consistently. This video wasn't just content. It was a mirror, a reflection of what already exists inside you. And now, that reflection is awakening something unstoppable. If your heart is calm, if your breath is deeper, if your body feels light, that's not a coincidence. That is alignment. That is resonance. That is confirmation. And so now, as you stand in this still field of abundance, I invite you to do something simple, something sacred. Comment below the words, "I am aligned with wealth," not to manifest it, but to declare it, to echo what your frequency already knows. These aren't just words in a box. They're signals. Like tuning forks in a sacred hall, your comment will vibrate alongside others, amplifying the field. Each time someone else sees your words, your energy blesses theirs, and theirs blesses yours. This is the ripple effect of energetic wealth, and you are part of it now. If this journey moved something in you, if you felt seen, remembered, or even reborn, then let this video be the beginning of a deeper rhythm. Subscribe, not just to a channel, but to a vibration that meets you exactly where you are. Because each message here is crafted from stillness, carrying the frequency that seeks you, not followers. And if you feel called, share this with someone whose soul is ready, someone whose frequency is close to crossing the threshold, just like you did today. Let them receive the signal. Let them feel the shift. Let them remember, you are no longer alone in your manifestation. You're part of a collective tuning itself to silent abundance, to wealth without noise, to prosperity through peace. And this was your invitation. It was heard. It was answered. It is done. Now return to your life, not to try harder, but to flow lighter, because the universe is already in motion, and the next sign will arrive, right on time.